Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Mark from Solar Games, and today we have a small little collection that came in that I purchased online from this gentleman. It's just a small little collection, not too bad. Some reserve list cards, actually in pretty heavily played condition, some other just fun stuff, right? So, small little collection here. We're gonna do the authentication live, and then talk a little bit about some of these cards and actually about packaging. So we'll get right to it. So first things first. This is the first time I've ever gotten like mail sent to me this way. But like here, let me cover up the gentleman's name here because probably don't want to be revealed. But the funny thing is, this was sent in a mailer with this kind of sealing. I've never ever seen anybody seal a package like this, and it's kind of funny because the whole time I'm thinking. So if somebody in the middle of the process open this thing up, removes whatever, you wouldn't even know, right? So it's kind of funny. Obviously, probably want to tape that top part, but who cares? The other funny thing is, of course, the gentleman included a bunch of cards. They said like what the cards were. It's just kind of fun, like, hey, oh, power artifacts, plateau, etc. So, anyways, what did I purchase? So I got 2 Grim Monolith. These are actually my first Grims. These are in, I would say, probably like LP to near mint condition. A pretty heavy played power artifact and a very heavy played to near damaged plateau. Again, these cards, just reserve list, even if they're in the condition they are, I still in general want them because I still think like how many of these are out there? Obviously having near mint version of them are better, but otherwise, it's still, it's just one of those things where I'm always passionate about collecting more of these and having them on hand. In addition, the gentleman had some extra source splash here, which I'll just be putting into my commander decks and playing with those. And of course, one of these cards, which is very interesting. I love these. Like, I think these are like back in the old school days, like Friday night FNM, Friday Night Magic promos, right? So, for example, this is a Terminate full art. So they have a lot of these cards from the old school days. So I have one of these. Actually, recently in the Innistrad Midnight Hunt list, what's it called? What card was that? Disintegrate? One of them is actually also included in the list, so it's very similar. I also got one of these Disenchants. I think I actually sold that one. I don't know why I didn't keep it. I guess I don't play Disenchant. Also in the full art. In the list, I think it was Zendikar, maybe, Strixhaven, and then I sold that one. So anyway, so this is a pretty cool Terminate. Condition-wise, pretty good. I mean, I don't even check these things, but yeah, that's a real card. Easy. So pretty cool. Okay. All right, so let's get to the meat of these things. For today, I'm also just gonna have some of my own cards here, just so I can do like kind of like a comparison, make sure this is real. So let's start with the duel first, the plateau. Market-wise for Revise right now is still fairly hot. I think if you've been following the market a little bit, right? These sleeves are kind of trash. I'm just gonna toss them out. Revised duels are still very, very, very hot. I would say like probably a little bit overpriced, in my opinion. If you can get revised duels, maybe for I don't know. Like, I mean, it's pretty high. It's still going to be lower than unlimited, but I think the comparison is crazy. That like, for example, revised plateau is only like 25% or 33% the price of an unlimited plateau. Yeah, I mean, 3 revised plateau equals 1 unlimited. I really don't think so. I think I think the market has to really recognize that the unlimited cards are better. Yeah, I mean, it's a real card. I can definitely feel this. This is the real deal. Just looking at the text here. Yep, nice and crisp. Definitely a played plateau. I mean, this kind of corner, this is straight up like probably just damage, I would say. Heavy play / damage. I mean, at this point, yeah. Something like this, I'll probably just throw it into my commander deck, so I'll have a plateau in the commander deck, but it's not really something I can probably resell anymore, I think. I don't know. Maybe someday people will want these things again, but I'm definitely more into wanting to collect the more near mint version of things. But just to be sure, obviously, for everyone else who don't know, you should have authentication tools ready if you're dealing with older cards, and know what you're looking for. This is also really key. I personally love the light test, which is usually what I'll do for most cards. It's honestly the most fakes, the backs suck. So if you don't know, you can watch my video on fakes. But like if you look at the back of a Magic card, right, the shininess is going to be way off on a fake. So this feels reasonable. Let me just actually take my Plateau out of the double sleeve, and then we'll see. So I have a near mint, right, Plateau. If you look at it, like that's the kind of shine you should be seeing on a Magic card. It's not very shiny, but it's got that like little luster. So, and the cardstock feels about right. The only thing I can see is that there is a slight difference in color, but honestly, it just means maybe my Plateau is slightly more faded. And oh, we got a battery here. Okay, here we go. Okay, I cannot see through that at all. So the other thing that you can also do whenever you're inspecting cards, older cards, is check the mana symbols. So these mana symbols here, really like, if on the fake cards, they're going to be very, very like, not very detailed. And of course, if you have a copy, you can check against your copy and just do a comparison. Usually you can tell there's a difference. And then of course, the layering of the pattern of the card usually will tell you if you're looking at a fake or a real. Yeah, okay. From what I can tell, this card is fine. Yeah. It's got the right dot pattern. The black line is solid across. I mean, it's very damaged for sure, but otherwise looks totally fine. Okay, cool. So, I mean, I'll know for sure when I finally do the light test. That's usually my like guardrail. So I'll hold that on the side and do the light test later. But again, for a lot of these cards that are in that kind of condition, you can also tell by the wear and tear. So this one, for example, that's mine. This one has like a binder ding. So if you can see on the top section of the card, there's like a, I think get that, yeah. You see how like, it's basically binder damage is what that tells me. So anyway, so from time to time, things like that will happen, yeah. So this is a power artifact. So another reserve list card, pretty good condition. I mean, heavy play, pretty easy, right? So like anything that has a back like this, MP HP, pretty close to that. I think mine is also a MP HP, yeah. Mine's slightly better than this one, but you can just tell like from the two cards. Yeah, mine is a little bit more faded again, same thing. Yeah, mana symbols all look good. Names, copyright symbol. Yep. Yep, back of the card. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I mean it's a real copy power artifact, but yeah, HP. Usually cards are in this kind of condition. I'm not too worried. I'm pretty sure they're real, just because honestly, no one's faking played versions of these cards, and most of the ones that are fake, you can see the wear is fake too. The wear on this card is very real. I mean, this is what happens when you play with this card too much. Is you see these corners as you shuffle them, they get like worn, and then. Yeah, so and then there's a little bit of scraping here. This is what happens when you like just throw the card down. You might take a finger, push it forward a little bit. The fake wear is when you see people like kind of like do this and then just scratch it on the surface. And that's not what I'm seeing here. So pretty straightforward. All right, so let's check out our main event today. The 2 Grim Monolith are basically what I really wanted from the set. And these are near mint condition from the way I saw in the pictures. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna be fine. Yeah, so these are 2 Grims. Actually, it's fun. Exact same printing. Colors look good. Text is very crisp. Usually that's all good signs that it's a real card. Yep, back. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's no inking, right? Okay, good. It's just a really dark black. So that could be just the way that set's printed. So I have a defense grid here from Urza's. I don't have any monolith I can compare with, but again, to tell difference between real and fake, the easiest way is just have real cards, because then you could do this, turn around, Look at the reflection, look at the shine. It's pretty obvious. So this is, this is fine. You can't really tell any card apart, which usually tells me that they're fine. Okay, yeah. Really good condition. Definitely like LP, NM, like near mint LP for sure. Probably, actually, this is super minty, I would say. So these are slightly less minty than that, but I would say, low near mint, high light play for sure. So these I'm fairly sure are good. Let me just double check the set symbol. Another thing that kind of like comes through with respect to fakes is if you inspect the set symbols, it'll be pretty obvious as well. So, oh yeah, that's a real card. Easy. Yep, the tap symbol's all good. Black lines, perfect, nice and detailed. The layering of the text looks good. Dot pattern all present. Cool, nice, easy. Yeah. Nice. I mean, most of this set was for the Grims because I don't have Grims, and it's always good to have some on hand. Just so, I mean, if I purchase any more, plus obviously, being that the reserve list, it's always just fun to have these cards as well. So these go in their sleeves, and then yeah, we'll put them on back in the archive. Anyways, that's it for today. Quick video on just a small little collection I've had purchased recently. Yeah, reserve list price continues to kind of adjust. I think the market kind of, especially this year, I noticed a lot more people are purchasing these cards, definitely driving up the price, which is fine. I think if you factor in inflation, honestly, my wife and I went to lunch today. We had some pho noodle soup and basically Vietnamese beef noodle soup. Yeah, I mean, price in general have gone up 20%. So anybody who's telling you like there is no inflation, CPI is like whatever bullshit, they're wrong. There's definitely inflation. It's definitely real. So if your food is going up 20%, I would expect these cards to at least go up 20%. Again, people can always make more noodles, but they can't make any more Grim Monolith unless they want to be fake, right? So that's why these cards are worth what they are. And I suspect in the future they're going to go up. So that's what it is. All right, this is Mark from Solar Games. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.